Good early AM, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with side by the next time and Future Digibyte OG. So this is why we had those levels put out and why I told you guys you got to wait to see if we break it or not, and why I wouldn't sell it at the levels we were at, but give you a bailout plan in case if and when we needed to use it. But of course, it obviously never came to that because we popped back over our resistance. Bitcoin quickly came back over 49,000, so at least we were able to, pay attention. We were in a position where if we had to get out, we could have, but obviously there was no reason to, so I hope you guys paid attention. So now I'm looking at the total crypto market cap. It's back up to just over 2.11 trillion. It had dropped all the way down on that little dip. Well, it dropped prior to the dip. That's how it looked, you could tell, but it was down to 2.08, but it's back up $3 trillion roughly. And it's moving pretty quickly here. It's almost back to even. I think it's, it can be a catalyst for some of these pumps to happen because the increased market cap. So it's something to be watching. Just a few things. Solano's back up to 78.50. So it bounced off of, so let's go back down here. Just so we know if you guys got in at $71. But that's something to be covered later. But that's nice to see that bounce because I believe that's going to go up to 88 and then possibly 116 if it bounces to the upside. But before we go any farther, take a moment to hit that like button or dislike button if I've done something to offend you and you just don't like how much I come on or the accuracy or whatever, yada, yada, yada. My YouTube Swing Traders Anonymous page is in there. We just went over 400 subscribers in 10 days. You can find that link in the description, and you can also find a link to my Twitter in the description. Approaching 250 followers in the first 10 days. So you can go there, circumvent YouTube, and find me right when I go on. Right when my content comes out, I immediately put it the Twitter so that you don't have to deal with YouTube telling you when I actually have content. So I'm looking at XRP. Like I've been saying, the most likely scenario, if we could hold this, we're retesting the local top. And I'm going to stick to it until we don't break this level. But you see how we consolidated on this line? That's a great sign. And we have H-bar that was doing the same thing. And H-bar actually came up to its local top. So a little bit more evidence. After it consolidated, it broke up. It could be a little bit farther ahead. But it did come up to its local top. I know the pattern's a little bit different than Doge. But it's just something to look at. So it came up to its local top. So I'm expecting these to come up to the local top, XLM, unless we break through, guys. And I told you the numbers. That's why earlier it was so critical, and I came on so many times and kept saying, if we break this and can't get back, if we break this, we have to go to the next level. Just because you break the number, if it bounces back up, you haven't broke shit. See how they break down, but then they come back up? So guys all need to pay attention. If you don't like XRP, XLM, DGB, the ISO, if you think my screen's isn't neat enough, or you think I'm just a schlub because I do it on mobile, on my cell phone, and you think that all these people with these fancy computer screens are their way to go, well, you can get that real nice and tight and get the fuck out. Be real nice. So, we don't need you ruining the vibe. So, XLM, if it goes back up to the local top, is 0.409. That 0.36, again, holds as support. My lines are time tested. So as long as we're staying there or we bounce back up to it in a relative amount of time, we're fine. XRP, the 123 line, is held reserve again. It's actually where we're doing all of our damage right now to see if we can actually push up to the local top. But I'm telling you guys, once we get to the local top, there's no guarantee we go higher. So enjoy these runs. And Doge to the local top would be 35.1. So that would be a nice little swing from, if it goes, guys. There's so many risks involved. I'm saying if you're in it. If you're in it, this could be a 13% pump from right here, which would be fantastic. Just to hear, there's obviously other potentials, but the ones we're looking for in the immediate. We're looking for a 13% pump, and it's been just straddling, and it's in a pennant, and it's also an inverted head and shoulders. So we'll leave it with DGB, and then I'm going to let you guys go because it's late. DGB already broke up past that, but like I said, if DGB breaks up, and it breaks up, you're going to come up into that 8.3 range pretty easily. So this would be a pretty nice move. Up, maybe about 8.1. But somewhere between that 8 and 8.3 if it moves up out of this. Maybe even pushing that 8.5. So stay blessed, everybody. And pay attention if you have to watch this twice.